Did I ever tell you about my life of crime? All right, it really wasn't a life of crime. I did it once. I'm like 12 years old, right? I was, it's the 7th grade. I'm with my friend Tom and his mom, and we were sort of hanging out. And at this time, I just started smoking cigarettes. I had a pack of cigarettes in my pocket, sort of in the liner of my jacket. And we were at a store called Woolworths back in the day. We met this kid that we knew from school. And he said, "Hey, Tommy, do me a favor, would you?" I said, "What? What do you want?" He goes, "Just take this for me. Here's my hat, and it's an 8-track tape. Just, put it in the hat and put it in your pocket, and then I'll see you outside the store." I was like, "Dude, I don't know if I really want to do this." He goes, "Oh, come on, it'll help me out." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't even have an 8-track machine." He says, "Well, just come on, it'll be cool, just." So again, right, I'm trying to be like the cool kids and trying to, do things because I'm the blind guy, right? So at this age, like in junior high school, I'm doing a lot of things to try and fit in and to try and be accepted, And when you're 12, it's really difficult. When you're 12 and different, holy mackerel. So I did it. I took this kid's hat and shoved this 8-track tape in my big jacket pocket. Then it's time to go. And we walked down the steps of the store. I'll never forget this as long as I live. All of a sudden, there's some sort of footsteps behind us. And the security guard goes, "Ma'am, your son stole one of my tapes?" And I went, "Whoa." And, he's sort of checking me out, right? He's, feeling my pockets and stuff. And I'm going, "Oh my God, don't find the cigarettes. I can't get caught with cigarettes." It's like I had, drugs in my pocket or something like that. I was so scared. But he found this tape and stuff, and he gave me a little bit of a lecture, He was like, "Listen, I don't want you coming here into my store doing that kind of thing." I was like, "No, I'm sorry. I was doing it for somebody else." "Yeah, that's what they all say, kid. I understand." And I was shaking so bad. I was so afraid. Because my dad, oh my God, my parents would have killed me if they ever found out about this story. And thank goodness they never did find out. My friend's mom was so cool. She was just like, you shouldn't be doing that kind of thing. It's terrible. You're stealing from people. It's no good. And I'm like, yeah, I know. She was very cool about it, but she never told my parents. Not a word. But that was my one foray into criminal activity. And for a blind person to steal is very difficult because, one, you don't know if anybody's watching. That's the big thing. And now there's cameras everywhere. So, you can't steal. Don't steal. It's bad. Now, if you don't know what an 8-track tape is, I've actually got one. This is the one I stole. This is like the latest technology. This is amazing. This one is Abbey Road from the Beatles. It's a good album. And it's divided into 4 parts. Right? There's 4 tracks, 4 programs, I guess you call them. And this was how they were going to bring music into the car. This was the thing. This is before they started putting music on cassette tapes. A lot of times a song might fade out in the middle. It would change track and then start up again. It was really bizarre. It was a strange little format. But pretty popular for a while. See, listen, you can, right? That's a tape moving around inside. So now if you wanted to put it in the machine, you'd put it like this, and let's just pretend like I'm the 8-track player, right? And you just push it in like that. And then see right back here is where you can see what you're listening to, right? Because it says Beatles back there and stuff. And I guess up here is all the album cover and the tracks and all that kind of thing. But man, in beautiful, hissy stereo. For some reason, Ben has a ton of these things. You know what else is cool too? The reel-to-reel player that you may see in the background of some of these videos. There's actually an 8-track tape player on the side of it. All right, so here's one. See, this here is Frank Sinatra's Greatest Hits Volume 1 from 1968. Wow. Look at this. This is back from 1972. This is Simon and Garfunkel's Greatest Hits. And you know what I think this has on it? Actually, I'll bet you it does. I'll bet the version of Cecilia on this is in mono, which is very difficult to find. You can't find a mono version of this. Get this the right way for you. Here we go. Look at this, huh? Janis Joplin, Pearl. She actually died right after she made this. Maybe even during. They even had these weird compilations, the stuff you find in the record store, right? Look, music from motion pictures, everybody. What is this? Hits from the motion pictures. This is a great one. It's not even the original recording. These are the Cheshire Strings. You know what else is funny about these two? These were always $1 or $2 more than the LP. They sound horrible, but they were more expensive. Here, I got another one for you. This is probably one of their most popular albums, to be sure. This is Full Circle from The Doors, everybody. Is this the album they did after Jim Morrison died? It might be. Oh, this is another one of their classics, I think. Another Doors album. And this one, again, Has to be without Jim Morrison. His picture's not even on here. How do you know that, Tommy? Ben told me, okay? Here's another Beatles one. This is Hey Jude from the Fellas. But see, this is what I really remember about these things the most, is these two sort of holes right here. If I just turn it this way for you, you can see. And your fingers sort of fit right in there. I was talking about these earlier. Would you believe? He actually has pre-recorded music on open reel tape, on reel-to-reel tape. Look at this. There it is. This is the Lovin' Spoonful. But look, let me show you inside. Check this out. I can't believe people bought these. Oh, and look at that little teeny hole in the center. Wow-wee. This is cool, man. Well, I'll tell you what. You know, since Ben isn't really watching it, he's putting the tapes away and stuff, so why don't I just stick this one right here in my jacket, and I'll just put this over my arm like this here, like this, like this. And out we go with a nice new reel-to-reel tape. And remember, kids, crime does not pay. Don't take stuff. It's bad. I did it for you.
I love how it's like barely concealed.
I know. It's true. Well, you know what? This is probably what it was like in the store because I'm not too smart. So, it was probably sticking out of my pocket.